So Enzo Maresca just concluded his pre-Crystal Palace press conference a couple of hours ago, and I'm just here to summarize all what he said to you to try and make it easier for you to just get the gist of what he said. He was asked about the fact that does he know that he is right now when he was saying that Chelsea are not in the title race. He was saying that he doesn't need to lose games to know that the way the team is, he needed to create a team, create togetherness. That it is, it's just coming to the team, and the team. It's not that only talent is not good enough. It was he was asked about Nicolas Jackson. He talked about that Nicolas Jackson is doing well. He has scored 9 goals, and last season he scored 14 goals in the Premier League. That he's doing well, and that the club and him they are happy about Nicolas Jackson. He talked about the players that were leaving in January. He said some players will definitely leave, but he is happy with the players that he has. The players that want to stay, he's happy with the players that he has. That he's not thinking about the future. He was asked about the future. He said he's not thinking about the future. That if those players, if he gets players, fine. But for now, he's okay with the players that he has. Then he made some statements. He was asked about the injury crisis. He talked about Rhys James and saying that Rhys James is ready and is with the team, but the plan was not to give him any minutes against Ipswich. It's just for sorry, it's just for him to be in the squad so that he could be in the squad so that he would be around match environment. But the idea was not to give him any minutes in the last game against Ipswich. That he just came back from injury. That just trying to ease him in. That there's a possibility that he might play against Crystal Palace that we're having next. Then he was asked about the injuries. He said Romeo Lavia has joined group training, but he's not going to be available for the game against Crystal Palace. He's still injured. Talking about that players are important, that sometimes you might lose the players and you might lose a little bit of balance. Saying that players like Lavia are important to the team. So he was just talking about all that. Then he was asked about Wesley Fofana and Benoit Badiashile. Benoit Badiashile is still out injured and could be out for a couple of weeks. He said probably Benoit Badiashile could be out till probably February. Then he was asked about Wesley Fofana. Wesley Fofana, he said that when they first tested Wesley Fofana, they thought he's not going to be injured for a long time. But now they found out that his injury is going to take a very long time. That he's going to be out. There's a possibility that Wesley Fofana will be out for the season. And I'm thinking, if Wesley Fofana is going to be out for the season, what's the point of having these players? I guess the reason why Chelsea is called Aaron Asomino from Boca Juniors back is beginning to make sense, because with the only centre back cover that we have apart from Cowell and Tosi Disasi, and Disasi sometimes plays right back, and we still have Malugu. The other players that we have are not centre defenders, but we still have young players like Achipon. But I think those players are too young for you to want them to play Premier League games. So I'm thinking, if Wesley Fofana is out for the rest of the season, that could be out for the rest of the season, what's happening? I think it's high time we should start thinking about selling that player, because we bought him for 70 million and he has been with the club for about 2-3 years now, and he has barely played a full season. What's happening? What is happening?